Hi, welcome to your practice. My name is Mona. This video is going to help prepare your body for sleep, and you can do this on your mat if you would like, or you can even do this in your bed. For today, we'll need as many props as we can get our hands on to make ourselves as comfortable as possible. So if you have any blankets, bolsters, or pillows, we'll also need a strap for this practice. You can use a strap or a scarf or belt. Anything to maximize your comfort. And you might also want to dim the lights, maybe grab your favorite cup of tea or anything to prepare your nightly ritual for bedtime, since what you'll want to do is transition straight from this practice and just go straight to bed without having to worry about anything else. So once you are ready, come to a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes or let the gaze soften. We'll start to tune into our breath and our body starting to let go of If you notice the mind is buzzing, that's okay. Simply bring the awareness to the breath. Focus on where in the body you're feeling the breath. Perhaps it's in the nose, or the throat, or the chest, or the belly. Start to notice any sounds around you, within a few feet of your mat. Start to notice any sounds in the farther reaches of the room. Start to notice any sounds beyond the room. And let all of that come together into a symphony that becomes part of the landscape of your practice today. Slowly open the eyes, or if you wish, you can do this entire practice with the eyes closed. And let's make our way into pigeon pose. The first option, the one that is most accessible, would be to do a supine pigeon on your back, bringing the soles of the feet onto the ground first. Cross the right leg over the left so that the right ankle is over the left knee. Reach through the hole created by the legs and draw the knees towards you, keeping the feet flexed, and let your head relax. You can hold on to the shin or the thigh. The other option for pigeon, which is my favorite, is the pigeon prep. Bring the right leg forward, right knee behind the right hand, left ankle behind the left wrist. Take a look behind you at your back foot, making sure that it's straight and it's not sickled, so falling in or out in any direction. Let's take a moment first, coming up onto our fingertips. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, reach the heart up towards the sky, and exhale, send the chest towards the ground. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, sending the heart towards the ground. Inhale, back up. And exhale, sending the chest towards the ground once more. And start to come into a comfortable position. We'll be here for a few minutes. You can stay up on your hands, you can come onto your forearms, or even elevate your forearms onto any blocks, or come all the way down. Meet your body wherever it is at this moment in time. Remembering that how it is at this moment could be different than the way it was earlier this morning or yesterday, and it'll be different than the way it might be tomorrow. Tune back into your breath. Notice where in the body you can soften just a little bit more. Are you holding any tension in the space between the eyebrows? Perhaps in the shoulders or the jaw? Simply notice where you can soften. You can even let the neck and the head relax. Maybe rest the head onto a block or onto the ground. In this pose and every pose, we're finding our edge. The point at which you might be feeling a little bit of discomfort for quite some time, a few minutes perhaps. See if you can find stillness in each posture. Slowly start to make your way out of this pose. You can move through a downward facing dog or simply sit back onto your wiper the legs back and forth. If you're in the supine pigeon, you can simply release the legs as slowly as possible and then switch to the other side. So making our way to the other side. Again, checking that back foot if you're in pigeon prep to make sure that the foot is not sickled. And let's come up onto our fingertips. Reach the heart up to the sky and exhale, heart towards the ground. Inhale, back up. And exhale down. Inhale, come up. And exhale all the way back down. Finding a place of comfort. Finding that place, the edge, where you're feeling sensation in some part of the body. For me, it's my hip. And finding the right place so that you can stay here for a few minutes. You can prop the hip onto a pillow or a blanket or a block. And notice where you can soften again. If the mind starts to wander, simply bring the awareness back into the body, back into the breath. focusing our attention on where in the body we're feeling this. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. Simply bringing the mind back to the breath and the body again and again. Now slowly making your way out of this pose in the easiest way possible. Maybe windshield wiper the knees back and forth. And come to a seat and bring the legs out wide. From here, we're going to take the right leg in, twist towards our right. You can take the left hand onto the right knee or the left forearm onto the ground. Inhale, reach the right arm overhead, and we'll reach for the left toes, but probably not touch. And the point of this posture is not to bring the right toes to the right hand to the left toes, but it's to open the heart up to the sky and let the neck relax here. If that top arm is getting heavy, you can let it relax down. And after we've opened the heart up to the sky for a little bit, we can start to turn the body towards the left leg. Start to just let ourselves ragdoll into this pose. Relax the neck and the head. You can bring your props over and maybe fold over the props. You can bring a blanket underneath the right knee if there's any tension there. Again, finding your edge and finding comfort so that you can stay here. Making your way back up. Switch to the other side. Let's first open the heart up to the sky, letting the neck relax here. You might feel this nice stretch in the side body. Let the shoulders relax. And as you start to feel the top arm become heavier and heavier, you can bring the props back over and start to turn towards the right and start to fold over. As the mind starts to drift, simply bring it back into the body, back into the breath. Notice where you can soften. Are you holding any tension in your hands or your jaw, the neck, the space between the eyebrows? Slowly coming out of this posture. Into tortoise pose. So what we'll do is create this long diamond shape with our legs. And you can bring your props close to you if you'd like. And the first option is to take the hands onto the feet and simply fold over. And you can, again, prop yourself up using blankets and pillows to a point that's comfortable for your fold, where you can fully relax into the neck, let the head relax, let the back relax. The other option is to take the arms underneath the legs and wrap them around the feet. Once more, noticing where you can soften in this posture. Imagine yourself like a sleeping turtle, whose arms and legs and head have retracted back into its shell. We live in a culture that praises being busy, being active, always on the go. And to find time for quiet, to start and let the voices that we've heard throughout the day start to fizzle into the background, so that we can start hearing our own voice, our own heart. And the busyness can often be used as a distraction from what's going on inside ourselves. When we start to get quiet, we can start to hear our hearts calling. Slowly start to come back from this posture. Set your props aside. And find your strap and lay down onto your back. For the sake of space, I'll just be demonstrating this using my left leg since the wall's right here. But take your right leg up into the sky, loop the strap around the ball mound of the foot, and then bring both straps into the hands. And let the weight of your arms and your hands drop down. So we're not super active here trying to pull the leg down. We're letting gravity bring a stretch into the leg. Take a look down at your left foot, making sure that it's in line with the knee and the hip. And we'll stay here. Pressing our backs into the ground. Feeling the weight of our body into the ground. See if you can soften anywhere in perhaps the neck or the jaw. Now let's take both straps into our right and start to open the leg out to the right side. Again, you can prop the leg up using bolsters or blocks or blankets. And again, we're letting gravity do the work here. If there's any pain in the knee, you can bring a slight micro bend to the leg. Notice if you can relax your shoulders here. And bringing the leg back up to center and over to your left side, across the body. Again, you can use any props you may need to prop the leg up. Inhaling, coming back up, and then switching the feet over to the other side. So using both straps, one in each hand, letting the weight of your arms, gravity to your advantage here. And again, notice where you can soften. Take both straps into your left hand and bring your left leg open to the left side. Again, using any props you may need to elevate the leg. Coming back through center and crossing the leg over the body, taking the strap into your right hand to the opposite hand. Noticing where you can soften again. Notice where the mind is going. Simply bring the mind back to this very moment, to your breath, to the sensations in the body. Coming back up. Release the leg, release the strap. Take both legs out. Reach the arms overhead. And then take the legs over to the right edge of the mat and scooch the hips towards the left edge of the mat. Take the arms over to the right side. Keep moving the legs over to the right. So you're in this banana shape, banana asana. You can take the left ankle and cross it over the right. You can take the right hand, bring it to the left wrist, and gently pull. And simply resolve to stay here. Finding your edge. And finding stillness. Whenever the mind wanders, you can notice where it goes if you observe the thoughts. You can attach a label to it if you like. And remember that we're simply observing the thoughts, that we are not our thoughts, we are not our feelings. They will come and go. Slowly uncrossing the feet and bringing the hips back to center. And then bring the hips over to the right, bring the legs, the feet over to the left. Bring the hands and the arms over to the left. Cross the right leg, the right ankle over the left. And you can take the left hand to the right wrist, gently pull. And then once you've found your edge, simply staying here. If you can imagine that we are a clear blue sky, our thoughts and feelings that come through the mind are simply the weather. Some days it's nice and warm and sunny. Some days it's cool and rainy. And some days there's the storm that brews. No matter what is happening, the sky is always there. It doesn't change. It's simply the weather that changes. One thing that I like to do is, as any thoughts come into the mind, I place that thought onto a cloud and watch it drift out of view. Slowly making our way out of this posture. And then we'll take a simple twist, whichever way is your favorite. You can take your soles of the feet as wide as the mat and then let the knees drop over to one side. Or you can draw one knee into the chest and then twist it over to the opposite side. Take the arms in any position that is comfortable. Perhaps goalpost or straight out to a T. and gaze in any direction that's comfortable on the neck. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. Bringing the mind back into the breath and back into the body. Slowly transition out of this twist and over to the opposite side. Notice again where in the body you can soften. In this culture that always is demanding more of us, to do more, be more, it's easy to get wrapped up into that mindset. And as we do this practice, we can practice just being ourselves, just simply resting and remembering that we are enough just as we are. Slowly make your way out of this posture and then into final resting pose, Shavasana. If you'd like, you can make your way onto the bed if you're not already there, and just simply let this Shavasana take you into a restful sleep. And as you let the body rest and let the mind rest, and focus onto the breath, focus within the body. And remember that you are exactly where you need to be. Take as long as you'd like in this posture. Whenever you make your way out of it, do so in the easiest way possible. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.